Hello, this video is for all parents, but especially for those of you with children ages 9 to 13. The years when children's bodies, feelings, and lives are undergoing dramatic changes, and the years when they start to spend more time away from you, making new friends, doing new things, and making decisions for themselves. And one of the things they will be deciding on is whether or not to try alcohol and other drugs. Whether or not to try drugs or to continue taking drugs are decisions you cannot make for your children. But you can prepare your kids to make good decisions by trying to understand their new needs and helping them understand your wishes for a safe and healthy family. We would like to suggest 4 ways. Catch drug problems early. Keep communicating. Set a good example. Help them find ways to refuse drugs. The drugs under discussion are the 4 that are easiest for kids to get. Tobacco, which most kids who smoke tried first at about age 12. Alcohol, which most kids who drink tried first around age 13. Inhalants, products like gasoline, glue, and nail polish remover, which give off fumes that can be sniffed. Kids who use inhalants usually do it between the ages of 8 and 16. And marijuana, usually the first street drug kids try. We will give you some basic information about why children try drugs, about the dangers involved, and how you can talk to your kids about them. To conclude, we'll show you 3 ways that kids can handle peer pressure to take drugs. The situations we'll show you may not be yours exactly, and the kids may not be exactly like yours, but the communication skills that you'll see demonstrated can work for you. If you think that your child has tried tobacco, alcohol, or other drugs, don't ignore it or treat it as a harmless part of growing up. That won't make it go away, and it may send out signals that you don't care.
Max, could you come here for a minute? Max, I just found this cigarette in your jeans. So I'm just wondering if you've been smoking. Want to talk about it?
I was keeping it for Peter. He got it from his place.
Yeah, okay, but what I'm really interested in is whether or not you've been smoking.
Well, I only had a couple.
Max.
Dad smokes.
Well, I know, but you know he's trying to quit because he knows cigarettes are bad for you. And anyway, we're talking about you, not Dad. You got a minute to sit down and talk? Okay, let's talk about some of the things cigarettes can do to you right now.
Like?
Like, make your breath smell awful, turn your teeth yellow, make your hair and clothes smell. And you know that a lot of athletes don't smoke, don't you?
Yeah, 'cause they gotta run fast.
That's right. And what about the cost? I mean, how are you going to pay for all those cigarettes?
I don't know, but everybody's trying it.
I know. And it's tough being the only guy who doesn't.
Yeah, I feel like a baby or something.
Well, I think you're behaving like an adult, not a baby, when you make the decision not to smoke. Oh, Max, I don't want you to smoke. You know why?
Because it's not good for you?
Well, that's one reason. You know why else?
What?
Because I love you.
Mom.
Well, I do.
A lot of parents try to talk to their children about drugs and other subjects, but all too often they find that it doesn't seem to do much good. One of the main reasons for this is simply the fact that what an adult thinks is a discussion, a child often takes to be a lecture. Let's take a look at what Jill did to try to make Max understand this wasn't a lecture. First, Jill stayed calm. This is important, no matter what the drug, no matter what the situation. Jill didn't accuse Max of anything. Instead, she simply showed him what she found and told him that the evidence made her think that he might have tried cigarettes. Next, she tried to find out if he did and offered to talk about it if he wanted to. Most people know the facts about smoking, but Jill emphasized the immediate effects of the drug. That's what was pertinent to Max. She said she understood what Max was trying to say about being the one not smoking, but she also said she didn't want him to smoke. And then she gave him a good reason. She loves him. Make sure that your children know that you care about what happens to them and that you love them, even if they make mistakes. Sometimes this isn't easy, but it is important. Children who are old enough to be allowed outside the family home and therefore outside of your control also need to know the facts about the drugs they will encounter. Cigarettes can cause heart disease, lung and throat and mouth cancer, and debilitating breathing problems, all of which can shorten a life. The earlier a child starts drinking alcohol, the greater the risk of future alcohol-related problems, such as diseases of the liver, heart, and central nervous system. Children can become hooked on alcohol more quickly than adults, and one drink has a greater effect on their smaller bodies. Inhalants can permanently damage the brain, lungs, kidneys, and liver. Inhalants can also cause seizures. People who are frightened or exert themselves physically right after sniffing can die. Also, suffocation can occur if a person passes out while inhaling from a plastic bag. There is mounting evidence that smoking marijuana interferes with the maturing process and that it can decrease the production of sex hormones, which are important in growth and development of secondary sex characteristics. Because marijuana is a street drug, the user never knows what he's getting. It could contain weed killer or other drugs, both of which make it even more dangerous. Sometimes knowing that you love them and knowing the facts about drugs is enough to help a child make a healthy decision about not getting involved with drugs. But there's no guarantee. All you can do is understand that you...
Gosh, do you like them, Tony?
Yeah, real funny guys.
Third, a kid may reverse the pressure. This way, the one who's offering a drug has to explain his or her action.
So, I told her I'm not going to miss this dance, and she said, well, you have to be home by 10:30. And I said, we'll see. And boy, did she go crazy. Katie?
No, no thanks.
Katie doesn't smoke.
That's right, I don't.
So?
So I don't need it.
And if none of these ways work, a child can seek out friends who make them feel most comfortable about their decision to not take drugs. You can help your kids find a way to refuse, and you can help them sharpen their refusal skills by practicing with them. Your involvement and your love can help build their confidence. If you've ever experienced problems communicating with your kids, you're not alone. Almost every parent does, and for that matter, most kids have the same problems reaching their parents. If you've tried to communicate and you're still not getting through, you might consider talking it over with your friends or with other parents who've already been through it. If family drug use has grown beyond your control, you should seek professional help. Either way, do whatever it takes to find the answers that work best for your family. And while you're trying, don't forget to stop every once in a while and give yourself a pat on the back. Communicating about drugs isn't easy, and it could take some time to get through, but it will be worth it when you do.